Hello, all you drama enthusiasts. Welcome to the meeting. This is Angie's Drama Room, and I am your meeting host, Angie, where I do drama reviews, mostly right now Asian dramas, right? You have your Korean, Chinese, Japanese, and Thai. So there is a Thai idol teen drama I'm finishing up watching. I'll let you know if I'm going to do a review on that or give you a little snippet about that one. Today, we're talking about Such a Good Love. This one, they're classifying it as a romance drama, which it is. It's not a necessarily your typical idol drama or a rom com or a comedy, but it is a romantic drama, and it's set like a film, like I talked about in between. It's like a film noir type of dark romantic melodrama. So it's a little bit interesting. Play off of the normal, what you would call our idol romantic dramas. And it starts off with them in their senior year in their university and college. And it starts off with our male and female lead. And she actually went to the male lead's dorm and trying to find her boyfriend at the time, right? And come to find out, boyfriend was, of course, seeing somebody else, and then that's how they hook up. This story follows an epic yet ordinary love journey of the 80s born couple in Beijing. When the most talented young man, Zhou Shui, meets the most loyal and righteous young woman, Da Ji, they fall deeply in love. They dream of a better future in their cramped rental room and find joy amidst hardships, support, and cherish each other. So yes, so what starts off in the year 2000, I believe 2007. And again, if you wanted to know, it stars Yang An Yu and Yang Yu Win. I'm not too familiar with the male lead here. I looked before I started to see if there's something there I saw. I do remember watching Ode to Joy. I think it was 2 and 3 that we was, no, it was 3 and 4 or something like that. But it was not memorable. But I think I do remember him being in that one. And then, of course, we have the female lead here, Wang Yuen. Yeah, she's been in a whole bunch of them. And matter of fact, the last thing, of course, I saw her in was "You Are My Lover Friend." She did a lot of idol dramas, so this one is a little bit different genre for her. And actually, both of them did an excellent job when it came to them playing off each other. It was a lot of bantering between the two of them, playing off of each other. There was a little humor. It was a little bit dark humor, but however, it was a lot of in it, and it actually matched them perfectly in this drama. Again, it's like a film noir drama. There are times where they will turn to the camera and talk to the camera. There are times where they have their. It's not a pretty drama, as you would say. It's not a pretty drama. Towards the end, I'm like, this seems like somebody else's story. It's an adaptation based on another male, the writers of, well, the couple who portrays in the series is the writers of the series, and plus they have another two other script writers here. I heard. So the story, you kind of have to like the genre. It's not a pretty romantic story that you would mostly like to hear, like to see that we saw in idol dramas. But I kind of would have almost turned it off actually, but I stuck with it. And if you noticed on this one, it really only features the two of them. They threw in a lot of the other sub characters there. They threw them in too. However, a lot of the dialogue, a lot of the scenes were just them two in it. It starts off with them in 2007, their senior year in university, and their hopes and dreams of becoming into the film industry. And I think that must have been the biggest thing about the film industry in Beijing at the time. Everybody was running to Beijing for the film industry. He wanted to be a director first. He always wanted to direct movies. Shot each and every one of their moments and on his little camera there. And I don't know exactly what she graduated from college from. I really don't know. Eventually, so she goes to Beijing first, and then he followed her after that. So then it was interesting because then they had this other two sub main characters. So it was 2007. Then they had these other sub main characters from 2000 present day. It's not the same people. And so here, 18 years later, a young couple born in the 2000s stumble upon this record of their love story. So again, remember, he was filming each and every moment of the 2007 couple, and he was filming each and every of their moment. And something happened. Well, we know what happened. And they came across their hard drive where all this stuff was on. And this is where our 2025 present day couple comes in. Stumbles upon this record of love, of their love story, becoming spectators and commentators of this tale of youthful romance. The intersection of these two generations sparks memories and reflections of love. Is it worth it? Do you still dare to love as they did? The 2005 couple, the male one on there was from As Beautiful as You. The female one, I'm not too familiar with her, so I'm not quite sure if she was on something else. She probably was, but the 2005 couple was a little bit irritating. It was not irritating, but it was a little bit annoying at times. They put them in to again to show how the love story from 2007 up until and then the love story at around the same age. They were around the same age, and with the love story about the couple in 2005, 2025, and how the romantic or the difference was between those type of generations. I guess here in the States we have a Rotten Tomato. I guess the higher the percentage, the better. I will probably give it the Rotten Tomato of a 90%. In the acting, that's kind of what it was. The acting was very, very good. They did a tremendous job with the banter between the two and the little dark comedy humor that they had going on. By the time we reached to 2024, 2025, they did run into each other. This one is a 26 episode series. So it is packed. It does have a lot going on. It was not too many boring parts, but yes, if you don't like a lot of dialogue, if you don't like a lot of this type of genre, where again it's a little bit of a film noir, it's a little bit different than In Between. Okay, so but it's a different twist when it comes to relationships. They did give you a lot of forwardness, tell you what happens, and then they backtracked it. They rented out this flat, right, and everybody had their room, and there was another couple in this flat, and greed, there was about greed and money, right? The two supporting couples that were part of it, money and greed came in. Can't think of that American movie about $1 million. I'll give you $1 million if you for one night with your girlfriend. That's kind of how that the supporting role couple was. Um, he was offered 500 yens or something like that, 600 yens or something like that. But the guy upped it to 1 million yens. So basically, he sold his girlfriend to this sleazy looking, rough looking. He wasn't even pretty handsome. Okay, he was this rough looking guy. Well, they made him look rough because of this, right? So basically, he had to buy love, right? Buy affection. So he offered 1 million yen, and he they still kind of turned it down, but they started playing in his mind. What can I do with 1 million yens? So when he told his girlfriend, this is the supporting role now. So when he told his girlfriend about it, the girlfriend was like, because he started being more excited about it. So then he's like, then she knew where he was going with it. And basically he was saying, we just take the money and run. But she didn't want to do it. She said, if you're going to sell me, then you sold me. And so he took the money. She did, yes. She ended up going with the sleazy guy, right? and he went back to his hometown to do whatever he needed to do with that money in his hometown. Cut to years later, okay, she's not happy. She again, it was like a faux richness, right? He gave this the sleazy guy gave her all this luxury, but it wasn't even hers. Basically, she was just a kept woman. Then this is where our male and female leads, Zhao and Daiji came in. Daiji came in. She needed money, and she went to them to see if she could help with the money. They did, but she had, in order for her friend to give her the money, she had to produce an heir for the sleazy guy, which she did. It wasn't about much about money when it came to Zhao Shu and Dei Daji. Basically, she was going to support him while he goes and try to do direct movies. But when it turned into where how they gonna have to live, so he started doing side jobs like weddings and things, and she didn't like it. So they were going to break up. I think they broke up maybe 2 or 3 times. They were going to break up, right? But they came back together. They went back to Beijing. And so now she somehow got into the film industry too. She had her hopes and dreams, and everybody is just basically is about survival. Anytime they try to move forward or got a notch up, something always came back and knocked them down. It's just that the aspirations between the two kind of just kind of fell. What was their goal, what was their dreams. The dreams kind of detoured a little bit towards the end. It was no longer about a relationship. It was just them trying to move forward in the film industry in Beijing. The relationship maybe was the first 14, 15 episodes. It was a lot more about that relationship, but after that it was just more about them trying to advance their careers in the film industry. So tell me what you think about Such a Good Love. What did you think about this series? Did you find it interesting to play off of not your normal idol drama? Leave a comment. Also, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate every subscription I have gotten. I really appreciate it. But however, I get a lot of views. Just go ahead and click on that subscription button. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me. Meeting adjourned.